So today we're going to be making some dzus fittings to permanently mount this floor, so it's just a quick quarter turn and we can pull the whole floor out. All of these for this middle panel, the tunnel, will be rivnuts. It'll just bolt up, pull it out. Now that we got one of the fasteners made, we're going to start drilling some holes in the floor to get figure out where we want to mount these things, and then these will just weld into the chassis. Now that we got that in, we can tack that up and we can replicate it on all the other panels to make this thing nice and stout. Alright, so I got all the holes drawn out where we're going to drill to mount them. We're going to pull the floor out, drill all those holes, and then we're going to be putting rivnuts with the same style bolts as the quarter turn fasteners for the tunnel. And we're going to drill all that out and then get the floor back in here and tack the dzus mounts back up. Now that we got a panel out, we're going to drill these holes out and get them ready for the fittings. So we got these all countersunk down. Now we're going to go do the other panel and get these back in. Got these ones all drilled out. Now we're going to build the fasteners for behind them. Got all our fasteners made. Now let's go put them in the truck. Alright, we got all these in. Now it's just time to get the middle part in to support the middle of the floor, and then we're going to tack all these mounts in and then make some rivnut holes for the tunnel. Alright, now that all the clecos are back where they belong, we're going to get these clamped down. We're going to clamp down the floor to get rid of some of the flex. And then we're going to tack all these mounts in. And then that part of the floor will be supported so we can start mounting the tunnel. Alright, we got those tacked in place. Now we're going to drill all the holes for the tunnel. Alright, we're going to drill out these holes, put rivnuts in them so we can attach the tunnel. Got rivnuts in all these holes to support the tunnel. Got those bolted in with mock-up bolts, and the floor is all mounted and by itself. We're gonna hold that in place and drill out those 2 top holes, put some rivnuts in them, and then do the same with the bottom 2. Alright, we got all the dzus fasteners welded in. We're going to clean it all up, and then we're going to put the floor back in for probably not the last time, but it'll look cool. So after we got all the floor basically done and mounted how we want it, we're gonna go and we're gonna cut out all these lines here, because we're just keeping a skin of the cab for the style. Cut out right here, and then on the other side we're just gonna cut the whole part like this is and make it look like a skin on the inside that's only that thick. And then we'll clean it all up so that we're not cutting ourselves on it, and the seats can go in nice and easy. Well, we lost about a pound. Now we're gonna go and weld this on right here, and then cut this out, and then we can start cleaning everything up with a flat disc, make it nice and neat, get all the slag off of it and all the sharp edges. Got that welded in, and we're gonna start grinding this up. We drilled out some spot welds here to get the this backing plate off, give us a little more room for the seats. But now we're just gonna cut all that out and then grind and clean it up. So we got it all cut out how we want it. Now we're gonna put the floor back in and get the seats back in, because we're really just clearancing the cab for the seats so we don't mess them up. But then we're gonna start modifying some shifters and figuring out some of the interior pieces. we got the floor back in. This is going to allow us to put these panels where they need to be, which is right in there, and that'll basically finish up the floor. So now that we got the seats back out, we're going to start actually getting them permanently mounted with some new hardware. Due to making everything as serviceable as possible, we're actually going to be making the seats removable via rod and then quick release pins. This isn't really going to be an issue due to the fact that the harness is going to be captured onto the harness bar, and then the seat belts are going to be mounted hard onto the chassis. Alright, so we're going to take this 3/8 rod and we're going to put it through these 3/8 holes, and this is going to be our seat mounting hardware. It's basically going to allow us to quick release the seats if we need to work on anything on the trail. So we're going to cut this excess off to where it's just about a fist width, so it's easy to pull out. And then we're going to drill a hole right here so we can put a hitch pin in it. Alright, we drilled a hole, got a little notch in it, got a nice 90-degree bend in it, and now it'll go in just like this. And then we put the pin right through there. So we got the seat all mounted up. Those pins are quick and easy to release. Don't worry about that, the tack just popped. And it is pretty freaking stout, so you know, if that little bar breaks, I'm sure it'll stay in there because them mounts are real tight.